I studied journalism in Syria. At that time, I think it was 2003 or something. Journalism, as many of other jobs, they're very male-dominated and masculine spaces. So I do remember I had a big boycott from many of my friends and family members who thought that I'm doing something taboo and I'm ruining myself, and they all told me that I'm going to be a spinster because I'm traveling to Damascus to study journalism. When the revolution started, many of my friends who had no experience in journalism at all, they started looking for a journalist that they can trust. I was then in the UK, but I was dealing with them on Skype, trying to tell them some tips. Then when I went back with some citizen journalists, and I started working with them to help them produce packages, TV packages. I decided that I'm going to do my best to give them those skills that I gained so they could be taken seriously. They're risking their lives for the news to get out, so at least this news should be respected, and they should be respected for that. When I started the trainings, I started training those who have already been citizen journalists, and then after the fourth or fifth training, I discovered that they're all men. So I invited all the women who are interested in learning journalism, so none of them had any experience in writing, not even a diary. They have many difficulties because they are women, not to mention that they're journalists. To speak with men, to go in the streets alone, and everything that the woman is doing is much more on spotlight compared to the man. The smallest mistake that she makes made a huge impact, while men could kill someone in the street by mistake and no one would question him. So I believe for them to be able to keep going and report that needs a huge amount of efforts, and they found their way to manipulate and do the interview. Some of them do it via internet, so they don't have to meet the man in person. Others, they write questions on a piece of paper and send it with their kids or with their husband. They found their ways, and I think this is something about the women because they've been so much suppressed, so they actually have better techniques in terms of breaking these obstacles. I believe Aleppo is becoming more dangerous every single day. Now there is only one road, and there are snipers from the Kurdish side, and there's bombing from the regime and sometimes Russian side. But we do live. We go actually for trips. We have picnics. Although the last one I went at, we had 3 snipers who were on the Aleppo castle, and we were exposed to even a machine gun M16. But we just had a picnic. We just hid it among the grass, and we had lots of food and drinks, and we enjoyed the picnic. They are still living. Everything is much more difficult, but kids are still playing in the schools, although their schools are in basements now. It's been so long, so they do need to get on and to live, and they deserve that.